What is going on, everyone? It's Minato here, and we're back with some more Dokkan battle. Today we are going to be looking over this run I did with the LR Carnival Goku, and we're just taking this and beating Cell Max here. So this wasn't really a difficult run whatsoever. I would say honestly, it was actually my first try, to be honest. I did do it pretty quickly here. So let's just go over exactly what's going on with this team. So first and foremost, we do have, of course, the LR Super Saiyan Goku, the Carnival one that just came out. Mine is 55% in the dupe system, and I believe my friend was actually 79% as well. So bringing them into here, right, we do see that we want to get as many stacks with them as possible. So we had to keep them on rotation at all times, especially in the future, because if we do end up like popping the revive, it's really stupid because this team is the power revive team, obviously, right? So all these units are revival units. However, what happens is if you get a revive with one of the Gokus, you heal 59% HP, right? However, you need to be at 60% HP for Gokus to get their guard, right? Especially if the other one hasn't gone, well, obviously the only one can get the revive. So what happens is you revive, then the one on the next rotation doesn't have their guard because you're at 59% HP and not 60% HP. I think that's a little bit of a, like, a design flaw. I'm not sure if they didn't really think about that. You know, if you're running double Goku, maybe they're just trying to persuade you not to run double Goku, which is, I don't know. I think that's kind of dumb. They give him a 200% leader skill, and then they're just like, okay, but you need to revive to get these specific effects. And even after you revive, the other one will get basically screwed over, right? That does suck, right? But we do still need to stack with them, and we want to get as many super attacks with them as possible. You see, I brought Int UI and STRUI Goku, the Sign Gokus. Int UI, definitely want to get as many stacks with him too. I think that not only just the defense, but the small attack stacks that he can get do actually matter just a little bit. Any damage that I could squeeze out in the last phase would definitely be very helpful. STRUI Goku does have a 70% chance to dodge for the first 7 turns from his first appearance. So really, it's just praying that he's going to dodge every attack, which he has a pretty good shot at doing. That STRUI Goku can actually dodge, obviously, pretty effectively with this 70% chance, right? He just has to not get hit as many times as possible. You'll see later on during the video, but I did test UI Goku out, the STR one, in his own video in this event, and he can take, like, at most 2 normal attacks, I found. Obviously, you know, that's just getting you to low HP, so that at that point you probably wouldn't survive a super attack, but he can take 2 normals in the event that, you know, you may have to, and allow you to survive, which is pretty nice. So I was able to get the 7 attacks in for this blue Vegeta just in case I needed his revive in certain situations, right? Not going to be too common, but I brought him on the team because he also has type advantage, so he'd be able to do some nice damage with, like, say, his active skill in the last fight, or, you know, just in general, his crits that he gets on his super attack effects could be very helpful. And obviously, I did also bring AWI Goku. Same principle as the STR one, except that he actually tanks worse than the STR one because he's, of course, type disadvantage here. It's not really his fault. It's just how the event is structured, with it being a tech phase at the ends. And one last thing I brought, obviously, is Int Namek Goku. He's actually pretty MVP here. So we have a lot of units that have the same name for the most part, at least until Int UI transforms. But even Int, like the Int Super Saiyan Goku, he, like, his stacking, he stacks, I feel like, really good for this event. Especially right here, he's able to get a triple super attack because I did end up putting him in the middle slot, right? So I decided to keep these 2 on rotation together and float Int UI Goku off because I just badly realized, okay, I need to get these stacks with this Int Goku because I pushed them off originally on the first rotation because I wanted to get all the attacks in for the Blue Evolution Vegeta just in case, right? So that is something that I did. Probably, you could argue that probably wasn't the smartest move because you'd want to go for the revive on the Bird Goku anyways, but I just feel like you never know, right? And either way, the Blue Evolution Vegeta does do some pretty good damage this next phase because we do end up getting his active skill, obviously. We do actually, I believe we do kill in this rotation, right? I literally just recorded this run. Yeah, we do kill this rotation for sure. the Int Super Saiyan Goku does end up getting a triple super attack, right? So he's able to do some pretty nice damage for us with, 6 million attack stats basically. This guy definitely brings home the damage and is very, very helpful, the damage he can do, especially in the last phase. And then right here, triple stacks means that he's getting 90% defense from his super attack effects in total, which is a huge amount of defense. That's basically doubling what his defense stat would have been. And, well, not necessarily the defense stat would have been right here, but like, say he starts out with like around 180k defense, so he's basically getting like 170k defense on top of that. I believe in UI Goku does kill here. He does actually end up getting a critical hit, which is fine, and we were able to move on to the next phase, which I think it did play out well for us, because then of course we have this rotation, which is pretty, I would say, pretty good defensively for what we want to do. I instantly popped the Blue Evolution Vegeta active skill. Just get, it's like not really even half his HP bar, which is not a lot of damage, but it's definitely very helpful. So I was thinking, okay, what do I do now? I decided to keep, of course, this guy in the first slots. He's probably, I mean, you could probably say he's the strongest defensive unit on the rotation. I think at this point, maybe STRUI, you could argue if he dodges everything, which obviously is true, because like this guy is still taking some damage from normals. Again, mine is only free dupe, so that just, makes sense, right? He doesn't have the support memory effect. The support memory effect we brought was for the Universe Survival Saga units, because obviously I'm running like, what, 4 or 5 of them. So I feel like it's pretty clear that I'm bringing that effect, but now he's able to take double digits from normals. And really, throughout the rest of this run, actually, I'll spoil a little, but we do just basically dodge every super attack for the most part, right? We dodge a ton of this guy's super attacks, obviously very helpful. This guy getting his additional supers, getting the crits in, nice, some pretty good damage, right? This Blue Evolution Vegeta, really, really good for this event. And at this point, we just pray, okay, SJY Goku, can you, like, get some dodges in for me, buddy? That'd be really, really good. I believe he takes the second hit right here, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, he does. 470k. Again, he can survive one hit, and then when he's more built up, he can survive a second one, I believe. But this hero is kind of struggling, so I couldn't use UI Goku's active skill, obviously. So, of course, I decided to pop this Goku's right here. And I was like, okay, sweet, sweet. I was thinking, okay, do I use an item here or no? And I was like, okay, wait, no, we have the revive, so I won't use an item here. And ideally, the reason why I kind of wanted to use an item is because I want my Goku to get the revive, because I think that him having the guard at all times is going to be much more important than a unit with dupes that could have his defense much higher. So you'd have a much higher chance of actually surviving attacks from Somax compared to my 55% one that would just probably instantly die. Because keep in mind, this guy has to get hit to get his full defense buffs. And right here we got extremely lucky. We dodged the super attack again. Namek Goku at the end is able to take double digits, and we basically just save the revive for the next turn, which obviously comes with a huge advantage there. Now, obviously, as you can see, one issue that we're having here is damage, right? Besides Int Namek Goku, no one else, or Blue Evolution Vegeta 2, no one else is really doing the damage that we want. So that is, of course, just a little scary, right? Because we need to start moving past the Cell Max very soon, because I'm already down to, well, I don't think I've used my Sensu Beans yet, but I'm going to have to start using my Sensu Beans. We have the Revive skill, right? But we get this, actually. I forgot about this, the Int UI Goku transformation, right? He actually really does well here, where he gets locked in slot 1, so I was like, sure, why not? We get to have Blue Evolution not take any attacks, which is fine. I mean, ideally, the plan is to die here. I still use the active skill. In hindsight, you could say that could have saved that, just because, we didn't really need it here since I was going to die in terms of the notification, right? But that's fine. The funny thing is that later on during the run, if I did save that, we would have had a much higher chance at winning, because having that nullification on the final turn actually would have allowed me to not take a super attack at the end. You'll see, right? But I didn't even realize until right now, actually. So right here, of course, we have this Goku come through, get an extra stack here, and he's now going to be able to get his guarantee guard. As you see right here, he's going to take like, what, 230k, 300k to normal? Yeah, 260k actually, okay. And then bam, we have the revive skill activated. this is like one of my favorite animations in the game right now. I just think this transformation in the Cooler movie is so just hype, right? Just looking at it, and the whole thing with the bird is funny too. But I don't know, it's just so exciting. And then that last shot that we'll see right here, when he just it pans over him and then he just looks directly into the camera, it's just so sick. It actually just very, very clean. And the Super Saiyan Goku from this like era with his like I'd say like light blonde hair is really cool. So I was in another pickle right here, I guess you could say. I was like, okay, what do I do here? I thought I couldn't switch STR, but I could. I was like, what do I do here? First and foremost, I need to heal full HP, no matter what. That's just a given. I use Int UI, not the Int one, the the AGL UI Goku's active skill. And right here, I was like, okay, should I get an extra stack with this guy right here? And then I was thinking about it, I was like, okay, if I do that, I'm probably going to still take more damage than I would if I just put him in the first slot and then take 2 attacks rather than 3 attacks. Because I think the extra third normal would do more damage than, you know, like, I would take more damage even with the extra stack and 3 attacks versus just 2 attacks. So I put him in slot 1. We take a lot here, 270, but then after this, it's 58k, which is obviously still a lot. And now I realize, okay, wait, we fell under the threshold for... I was like, we fell under the threshold for the guard again next turn. In my head, I was thinking that, but obviously the other Goku did revive now that I'm realizing it, so he had his guard permanently. But in my head, I was like, oh, his restriction, I didn't meet it, right? But then, okay, we have this going on here with Int UI Goku. I keep saying Int UI Goku, but it's AGL UI Goku, man. There's too many UI Gokus on the team, bro. And we dodged a super again, so I was like, okay, that's cool, right? STR UI Goku right here. He's actually able to do some okay damage, right? 5.3 million attack stat. Not the greatest here, but just some extra chip damage I feel like is nice. The additional was pretty good too, so I think we're able to get him under. Actually, you know, this additional super really helped us run here because we're able to get him under the 38% HP threshold, I think, with that additional. And if you see right here, we have the active skill with Int Namek Goku right here, right? I'm able to use that right now. Bam. And you see, we're pretty gaming here. So I was like, okay. Luckily, I'm able to get the links active. We're able to do some pretty good damage here. I don't know. Would he get more damage if I put him in slot 2 like that? I don't think he would have, right? Because he gets 59% attack in the second or third slot. But I don't think that would count, right? Maybe it does. Let me know in the comments below. I couldn't get the 18 key with them, unfortunately. So I went for the 12 key, and then I went for this. We can get the Dokkan attack here. Okay, actually no. So even if I'd used his active skill here, okay, he is still attacked first, right? So the super attack wouldn't have been nullified. But you see right there, so I'm actually decided to be stupid at the end. Luckily we're at full HP, or else we would have obviously instantly died. Getting the Dokkan attack here, even a 5.5 million attack stat with this, it does end up doing a lot of damage, right? He is only, what, 2 health bars away. So we're able to basically eradicate one of these health bars for him. Dokkan attacks, again, do a good amount of damage, especially with type advantage. I think this guy was still the best unit to get the Dokkan attack with here. Bam, you see 8.7. He gets another additional super, which I was like, okay, he's dead here now for sure, right? And I think he like barely survives with like 1 HP, and I was like, oh, that's great. But we end up killing with Int UI Goku here. No, he gets a triple super, okay. And we finish him off, so yeah, that is the run. Very, very easy, right? There's a lot of like things that go into this run specifically, but honestly, not too hard at all. Int UI Goku was really MVP here. In Super Saiyan Goku's MVP, and I just feel like every unit here did contribute a big part of this. Even Blue Evolution Vegeta, who was floating around in the last, in the last phase, his active skill and the damage he was able to do on some of these turns did help us out. So let me know what y'all think, and thank y'all for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.